Hello guys, my name is Hollow Nightbits and today we're going to keep playing DDBlue Skies, episode 3. Let's jump back into it. I'm a bit worried they might assume we're all pretentious and haughty. Nice. Yeah, it's a real shame that people can't look past their assumptions. Still, I'm confident we can come up with something. We can't just give up. This festival is a real chance to show everyone what literature is all about. After all, we have such a variety here. Everyone's poems and writing styles are so different. Natsuki loves manga, and Yuri's really into horror. There should be something here for everyone, you know. Agreed. I'm glad everyone has such different tastes. It really helps bring the club to life. That's exactly what we want everyone else to see. We just need to find a way of showing how fun literature can be. Something that really stands out and appeals to their creative sides. That doesn't solve the problem though. Huh? What do you mean? Well, even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, I don't think people will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So, I think it's more important to figure out how to get people interested in the first place, right? And then once they're here, we can do whatever to appeal to their creative sides. This is a side of Sayori I haven't seen before. She's really taking this seriously and giving it a lot of thought. Oh my god, editor, do not dare to put thought. Excellent point, Sayori. Where would I be without my vice president? Okay, do you think food will get the job done? I can practically hear Sayori's face light up even though I have my eyes closed. Food? What kind? You like that idea, huh? I was thinking cupcakes. Natsuki would love that. Good thinking. The cupcakes are so good. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Seriously, they really help me write. Okay, cupcakes will be fine. Oh, let's talk about food that made me hungry. Anyway, don't forget we still have to sort out the details of the festival itself. I tune out the rest of the conversations as tiredness takes a stronger hold on me. Sayori is still her usual self, bubbly and goofy. I guess some people never change. It brings a smile to my face, although I was surprised to see her so dedicated. I always remembered her as the kind of person who just improvises things. Kinda like me, actually. Holy schneitzel! Alah! I didn't expect to see Sayori's face taking up my vision when I opened my eyes. I nearly fell out of my chair. Wake up, sleepyhead! Jeez, Sayori, you scared me. Sorry. Hang on. I'm not sorry at all. Why were you napping? This is a literature club, not a napping club. Wait, our school has a napping club? Hey, don't try to change the subject, mister. The others won't like if they catch you sleeping, you know. I don't want you getting in trouble. Sayori, you've not changed one bit, huh? You've always used to look out for me, back when we used to hang out. I remember that. Do you remember that time when we went on a bike ride to that park? It feels like such a long time ago. Yeah, I think I do actually. It was in the summer. You're talking about the time I fell off my bike and hurt my knee, right? Yeah, that one. You were in a lot of pain, but you were trying to act like it was no big deal. You were so silly I had to go and get a band-aid. That memory makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. The fact I could tell straight away which memories he was talking about makes me wonder if I have a psychic bond or something. Good times. By the way, did you know you have a big toothpaste stain on your collar? No, I don't. She nervously picks at the stain with her hands as I stand up and get closer and look at her. Wait a sec, your collar is sticking up a bit. Your hair doesn't look brushed either. Were you in a rush this morning? I reach out and run my fingers down the messy part of her hair in a vain attempt to straighten it out. Her hair is really soft and smells faintly of cinnamon. I'm probably making this worse. You really need a brush, Sayori. No, I don't. My hair is just naturally like this. Okay, maybe it isn't. But it's super hard to get it right. I gave up with her hair and tried to wipe off the stain with my fingers. Much like with her hair, I'm not having much luck. Come on, Sayori, you can't fool me. I know I've not seen much of you the past few years, but I still know you. I can tell when you're being in a rush. People wouldn't even notice these things. They would. They just wouldn't say anything because they don't want to embarrass you. I gave up with the stain and stepped back looking at her blazer. But luckily for you, I'm not bothered about that. Also, why don't you button your blazer? She shrugs. Was this stuffy last time I tried it? But as I start buttoning up. Yep, this is the CG I want. I love this CG. It's really good. I won't lie to you. It's the original DDLs. And I love this scene. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does this kind of thing. I freeze now that I think about it. The situation is a little suggestive. After all, my hands are very close to her chest. Come on, Hollow, get it together. You're just helping out a friend. That's all. Don't say that. There's nothing weird about it. Say so. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. It makes me feel that nothing has really changed between us. You say that blushing like a fucking girl who's in love. Also, my sweat. But still, you're literally blushing. Don't you think? Yeah, I guess. Why is this one button so hard to close? Hey, be careful. This is impossible. This didn't even fit you properly. It did when I bought it. You know, if you actually buttoned it, you'd probably have realized sooner than it doesn't fit you anymore. Wait, what's so funny? Don't you see? It means my hyena crazy. Okay. It means my boobs got bigger again. I put censorship mode, damn it! Just to avoid these kind of things. What the heck? How the hell did this deactivate itself? This deactivated itself. How? Weird as fuck, man. Weird as fuck. How on earth am I meant to reply to that? Geez, Sayori. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look a bit better now. Seeing Sarah Blaze buttoned up like that is weird. Oh, wow, it's so stuffy. I told you, she quickly unbuttons again. There goes all my hard work. Much better. Thank you for that though. Even though I prefer the blazer unbuttoned, it was really thoughtful of you to do this for me. Honestly, with her doing that position and this, it looks like it can fit properly. Even if you were a bit of a meanie, I do try, you know. I'm sorry, I just want what's best for you, that's all. Just try to give yourself a bit more time in the morning, okay? Only if you promise to stop napping at the club. I laughed. She got me there. It's a deal. Okay, everyone, Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Can't wait to read yours, Hollow. Don't expect too much, Sayori. By the way, you did remember to write a poem, right? Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. Okay, no, it doesn't show the oldest of olds. I've got it right here in my bag. I raffled through some stray papers full of a page I wrote a poem on. While I can't help but feel a little nervous, I have to admit that I'm excited now. Talking to these girls has really calmed my nerves. Now that I'm just eager to share my poem. After all, judging by each girl's personality, I doubt that anyone would say anything nasty about it. Natsuki, I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh though. She just seems like the type of person who enjoys ribbing on her friends. Either way, I hope they realize that I put hard work into it. I figured that it would be only fair to repair their warm welcome by showing effort in club activities. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a neat black composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. She's going to put us all to shame. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Okay, now. So last episode, I did the calculations wrong. I said like 9, 5, etc. etc. While Sayori was 10, Natsuki was 5, and Yuri was 3 or 4. I think she was 11, I don't know. But first, let's start from bottom to top. Yes. And as you saw, if you probably watched the second episode, Monica had a interrogation point. So yeah, let's start with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Hollow. Hope you've been enjoying your time here. Yeah, definitely. I probably sound like a broken record by now, but everyone's been really welcoming. Well, a broken record isn't so bad when I play something so nice. I guess so. Anyway, since you're new and everything, feel free to bring up any questions or concerns you might have. It's my duty as president to make sure that everything's perfect. I'd have to say that you've been doing a good job of that already. I doubt that I'll ever have anything to complain about. Either way, I'm always open to new suggestions for the club as well. So don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. She says that, but it's gonna be a bit intimidating to try to criticize Monica, of all people. I really don't think that there's going to be anything I'll need to speak up about either. One of the girls would probably say something before I ever needed to. Yeah, Natsuki definitely would. Now that that's out of the way, feel like sharing a poem with me? I mean, I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I? You shouldn't be thinking like that. Yeah, I was just joking. Kinda. It's alright, Hollow. I get that it's probably really awkward for you to share creative work when you're just a beginner. Especially since the rest of us have a bit more experience than you do. That's an understatement. Don't worry though, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I don't think many people out there share their poetry on a regular basis. But it's the sort of thing that you get used to pretty quickly once you get over it. Yeah, that's true. I hand my poem over with a sigh. Don't grade me too harshly. It'll be fine. I watch nervously as she quickly scans through my poem. Interesting poem, Hollow. It has a very mellow yet emotional feeling to it. I didn't know that you were this in tune with your feelings, Hollow. I can feel my cheeks growing hot at her teasing. You think? No need to feel so embarrassed about this. Poetry is a very personal thing, so it's not surprising to see you putting your raw emotions down on a paper. Actually, your poem reminds me of something Sayori would write. Really? How so? I mean, you and Sayori are really good friends, right? It shouldn't be too far-fetched for you two to write similarly. Well, I guess you could say that we used to be good friends at least. We kinda drifted apart over the years, so I guess it surprises me that we could still have things like this in common. This club is the perfect opportunity to become closer again then, don't you think? I guess so. Anyways, much like yours, Sayori's writing tends to have a gentle feeling to it. She often uses words to quietly meander through her imagination and to explore different emotions. Most of the time, I find that she addresses happiness and sadness in equal amounts, creating a bittersweet tone. Wow, that's kind of unexpected of her. Maybe she's changed more throughout the years than I thought. I know, right? Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy the pain of tragedy as well? You know, sometimes you sound like Yuri when you talk about poetry. Really? Yeah, I guess you really like it, huh? You could say that. It really make me happy if you could get into poetry as well. No pressure, right? Wait, whoa. Okay, yeah, I was right. For real though, feel free to explore different things and experiment. Maybe you'll find yourself writing in a way you never would have thought you would, just like Theory does. Yeah, I'm sure I'll end up doing a lot of different things before I settle on my own style. And it'll take a while before I'm completely comfortable of sharing my writings. That's perfectly fine. In fact, I'd be more surprised if you immediately started writing with your own style. Most people go through the same processes that you're going through right now. Trying new things is the best way to find the kind of style that suits you after all. Anyway, when you talk to everyone about it, naturally they'll be a bit biased towards their own kind of style. After all, I know I am. But don't force yourself to write in some way just because someone else wants you to. You should try to focus on what you want to do. Feel free to ask me for help anytime though. I try to be as objective as possible when I talk to people about these topics. Hold up a second. Did she kinda break the fourth wall in here? Last episode I said I'm only going to write poems for Sayori. Did she just freaking broke the fourth wall? Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. Always on duty as club president, eh? Well, let's get to reading it. The box. I see but I don't believe. A lone fingerprint, glistening on a gleaming glass. Was it me? Was I always the one in the dark? I pound the glass, my prison. Why? Why me? The pain jolts me back. The understanding pouring me like heavy rain. It's all a farce. My heart's on display. My life's but a script displaying away. The world cut there and seemed so bright. It was so free. So many choices, so much potential. Maybe I could have had a chance. I realize now that there was never a choice. I was stuck in this box, and they, on the other side, chose for me. Nice. So, what do you think? I don't quite know how to say it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. I definitely get a certain kind of feeling from reading your poem. I'm not sure how to put it in words. I can understand that. Just try to articulate it however you want. You can use metaphors outside of the poetry, you know. Well, when you put it like that, I don't know. I'd say that your poem's kind of abstract, very vague at least. Like, I can't quite tell what exactly you're talking about, but even so, I can feel what the speaker's feeling. Yeah, I think that describes my poem pretty well. Really? I do like my metaphors. Well, you'd probably be hard-pressed to find a poem without a metaphor, actually. Yeah, they're pretty well covered in English class at least. The ability to convey emotions and concepts through words describing things even the writer might never have experienced before. I find that really powerful. When you write metaphorically, it allows the reader to focus on the emotions in the poem. I guess it kind of opens it up for the reader to have their own interpretations. Exactly. It's fascinating when people can diverge from the creator's original intent to find their own meaning in a work of art. Yeah. What was your original intent then? I think it'd be more fun if you try to figure out yourself. That just makes me more curious now. Maybe I'll tell you one day, but for now, here's Monica Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or anything for that matter, you get too fixated on a specific point. But if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So the best thing to do is just force yourself to get something down on the paper, then tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and write whatever's in your heart. Easier said than done. I get what she's trying to say though. It's better to look back on your work with fresh eyes after you've gotten something down on it sometimes. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Ugh. Wow. Next up is Yuri. As I said, I'm going from bottom to up. Okay. Sorry, I had received a notification on my phone. Yuri scans my phone with the eyes with a blank expression on her face. So, how is it? Sorry, I suppose as far as poetry goes, this isn't bad, but I'm not immensely impressed by it. That's because I accidentally did 4 Yuris, 5 Natsukis, and 11 Sayuris. Wait, let me do the math real quick. So I said 4 Yuris, 5 Natsukis, 11... Yeah, okay, it's right. I was doing the maths. 4 plus 5 plus 11 equals 20. And we have to put a total of 20 words. I suppose as far as poetry goes, this isn't bad, but I'm not immensely impressed by it. He turns away shamefully. I didn't mean for that to sound so blunt. How do you turn away staring at me? Excuse me. Go with your words. Turn around. Don't worry about it. I didn't take it that way. What makes you think that? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Is everything okay? Oh goodness, sorry. I know what I want to convey, but I need to find the right words. I understand, thank you. Take your time. Okay, I think I know what I want to say. Do you have any prior writing experience? To be honest, not really. Is it that obvious? I don't mean to be rude, but I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. My god. Oh Christ, did I... Yuri buries your face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Yuri seems to be very incredibly introverted. It must take her a long time to warm up to new people. Don't worry about it. We'll start somewhere, right? Wait. Start to take up a little bit of minutes, but... Oh, now I get it. These are for the mods gallery, not the original DDLC's gallery. Okay. Don't worry about it. We'll start somewhere, right? What were you saying? Right, I just noticed a few qualities consistent with newer writers that showed up in your poem. Perhaps what stands out the most is what you've tried very hard to make the structure of this poem your own. And that's okay. But if this is the first poem you've written, it might be prudent to consider more traditional structures. Couplets, sonnets, haiku, and the like. If you're not confident in your writing style, it'll show in your piece. It's like Yuri is a totally different person once she gets going. She sounds incredibly confident and stands tall, speaking clearly. Again, that's not your fault. I think that once you've studied poetic structures and techniques a bit more, you'll be able to put up together a truly wonderful composition. Appreciate the feedback, Yuri. It sounds like you're well versed in this sort of thing. Would it be okay if I took a look at what you've written? Oh goodness, of course. Please let me know what you think. I'd be thrilled to explain the process. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of fun. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yuri's Writing is for me is hard to see, but I'm going to try. Example: hail falls down like discarded dust of overused emotions, dragging down blankets made of want. Okay. Go for it. Want? I don't know. Slender stream pierces my eyelids, barely painful, and pulls them shut. Ever so heavy, ever so heavy. I think I actually misplaced something. Is there a piece missing? You need all the pieces to fix something. Please don't look for it. There are more important things for you to do today. Nice. I'm sorry if my writing is a bit illegible. Whatever. Once my pen touches the page, I just want to get my thoughts down. It's fine, Yuri. I was able to read it just fine. I wasn't thinking that at all. Are you sure? It seemed to take you a while to read it. Well, I guess I don't see cursive often, but it's really nice when I do. Your writing is actually quite pretty. Is that so? I'm glad you think so. It made your poem stand out even more as well. It's as though your handwriting fits your word choice or vice versa. It wasn't too short, was it? I'm used to write longer pieces, but since this is the first time we're sharing, I thought it would be easier to share. That makes sense. Do you mind telling me what it's about though? I'm not sure I understand. Sorry, I didn't mean to write something confusing. Oh, it's not that. I just want to be sure I'm reading it properly. I see. I suppose from a cursory glance it might not be obvious. But part of what makes poetry magical is how you can conjure up a vivid image with your words. Yeah, I had a very gory image of eyelids, thank you. Oh god, this is just that game all over again. Anyways, while on the surface it might seem a bit out there, if you look a little deeper. Oh my god. Sorry if I yawn a lot in these videos. Be able to find a deeper meaning hidden amongst the lines, compounded by the metaphors used. For example, the words and images in this poem are meant to be taken at face value. Actuality is supposed to represent the last remnants of something lost to the past, and the sense of plaintive longing that comes with it. It's pretty impressive when you put it that way. I wouldn't go that far, but thanks for the compliment. Hopefully during your time here, your understanding of poetry will grow, and these things will come to you naturally. I'll do my best. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing with me. Of course. Now, Natsuki. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What I mean is that it's just kinda average. Doesn't really evoke any emotions. So kinda bland for your tastes. Natsuki furrows her eyebrows at me. My tastes? What's that supposed to mean, huh? Oh, nothing. Sigh. Well, anyway, guess I'll show you my poem now. Not that you'll like it or anything. This is... I like this music actually, but still, it's really short. But okay. Sometimes, some folk are winners, some only lose. Some are go-getters, some only cruise. Ooh, I like the rhyme. Cruise, lose. Sometimes we try hard. Go-getters, winners, try hard. Okay, now. And give it our all. Wow, the rhymes are very good. Sometimes we give up. What else can we do? Told you you'd hate it. Actually, I like it. What? Don't say it's good because I'm a girl. Be honest. What? No. It has nothing to do with you being a girl. I genuinely like the poem. Really? Yeah, it's simple but still pretty effective. Finally, someone who gets it. People in high school think poetry has to be formal and vague, but they don't realize that simple writing is just as effective, if not more. The reader shouldn't have to search for the meaning, that's just stupid. Besides, the simpler the writing, the more emphasis on the wordplay. Like how I made the most of the lines start with some. Yeah, I noticed that. Made the last couplet seem more powerful. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. Well, good job then. Didn't expect that from the youngest of the club, did ya? Yeah, guess not. And now for Sayori, our last minute lady. Wow, Hollow, this is so good. Seriously, this is your first poem? Huh? It's not that good, jeez. Seriously, it is. Oh, remove the mouse. I love it. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good poet. Sayori, you're overreacting a bit. It's really nothing special. Trust me, it is. How did you write it? Huh? What did you mean? Like, what did you think of while you wrote this? This is gonna be sound a bit weird, but I thought of you. She gives me a brief look of disbelief, a faint blush on her cheeks. Me? Yeah, hey, not in like a weird way or anything. I just thought of words that reminded me of you, and went along with that. It just felt kinda natural doing it that way, I guess. Well, if it works, it works. Looks like the club is really the best place for you. As much as I like her praise, it's not exactly helpful. I'm no master of poetry, and I kinda need to know how to get better. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Sayori. Good to know I'm not totally in over my head here. She looks at me for a moment, not saying anything. There's a few moments of odd silence. Earth to Sayori. She jumps slightly. Sorry. I'm just not used to seeing you around again, that's all. To have you in the club writing poems, it's lovely though. It just takes a little getting used to. Yeah, that's understandable. I'm a bit surprised myself, to be honest, but I'm enjoying it here so far. That's good to hear. Do you want to read my poem now? I'm not very good, though. Only one way to find out. Okay, I can read Sayori's at least. I understood. Monika's, Sayori's, Natsuki's, and Sayori's, but Yuri's is a hard one for me. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of the bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I can trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Well, what you think? I think as I answer, it's not that it was a bad poem. In fact, it was great. I'm just really inexperienced with poetry, especially feedback. It's really you. What's that supposed to mean? As in the poem, just really reminds me of you. It made me feel really good inside. Really? I had no idea what to expect, as this is my first time reading your poetry. The way was written, I don't know. It feels really wholesome and cheery. Like you are. I also really like the last line. Trust you of all people to include breakfast in their poems. Hey, I was eating when I was... Siri stopped speaking immediately. Yes, if she accidentally let something slip. So you wrote the poem this morning? No. Well, maybe. I forgot to write it last night. But at least we know where your inspiration comes from. Eggs and toast. I suppose if it sounds silly, but it works. Then it isn't silly. Either way, thanks for showing me your poem, Sayori. It was really good. I'm happy you think so. Anyways, next time I won't forget. Tomorrow's poems will be even better. I have to hold you on that. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was surprisingly fun, albeit a bit stressful. I guess I'll have to end the episode right here. Oh god. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, and if you guys want to watch more of my content, don't forget to click that red sub button. I'll see you guys in episode 4. Ta-ta!